Of the 7-day Spark Up Energy Boost Challenge. So happy that you're watching this video and that you've set aside this week to really explore what's going to work for you in terms of saying goodbye to that fatigue that's been holding you back. Today, we're going to talk all about identifying energy leaks. And we're going to really start at the macro level, so the big energetic level, and looking at kind of what we're doing, what activities we're doing, what food we're eating, generally what's going on in our life that might be causing us to feel a little bit fatigued. So we're going to talk a little bit about energy leaks and what they are and how to identify them. But the first thing I really wanted to get across, the first lesson, if you like, is that we have to stop the war against fatigue. So a lot of us have the mindset that fatigue is something that we have to battle and that we have to really fight against our bodies to get the most out of them on a day-to-day basis. And my own personal experience has been that when I was able to change the mindset away from that fatigue was something that I had to fight and battle all the time, and I actually started seeing fatigue as a warning sign from my body that something needed to be looked at and that something needed attention, I really noticed a noticeable shift in my energy levels because I wasn't spending so long creating these mental stories around what my fatigue meant. But it also meant that I was able to look at my situation compassionately. And those who have worked with me before will know that compassion and self-compassion is one of the key tools that I use to help driven women get to where they want to go in life. So before we move on to the energetic leaks, lesson 1.1 is that we need to stop the war. It's time to start looking and embracing our fatigue in a different way. And that's what hopefully over the next 7 days you're going to learn to be able to do. The second lesson that I really want to get across in this video is that we need to get really clear on the energy equation. So at the most basic level, we need to imagine our energy levels like a bank account. And you've probably heard this before, but let me recap. We can't keep withdrawing money from an empty bank account, or we can't keep withdrawing energy when we're feeling depleted. So when the body is sending signals of fatigue, it's really time to stop and to listen and to start looking a little bit deeper into some areas that you think, even subconsciously, might be causing the fatigue or the exhaustion. So the energy equation basically says that we need to put energy in as much as we're expecting to take out. And that at a minimum, we need to have kind of balance between energy in and energy out. Now, in particularly stressful times, before and after those times, we need to create a buffer. So we almost need to put more energy back into the body so that we're able to really draw on that when we need it. So many of us are inadvertently withdrawing on the bank account more than we can afford. And we're withdrawing on it in ways that we might not necessarily even be aware of. And we're going to talk about anxiety and background patterns of stress in the coming days as well. But for today, all you need to be aware of is that there's an energy bank account, that we can't keep withdrawing on it unless we start putting things back in, and to really bring some mindfulness, some mindful awareness into what are the things that you're doing in your life that might be causing an energetic deficit. So to get more energy, we need to develop tools and ways to be able to top up that energy bank account, or we need to mitigate what we're doing to take energy out of it. There are only two options. There is not an infinite amount of energy that we have, at our disposal. And when we keep drawing on it, we are going to start to feel physically depleted over time. So have a think now, just briefly, and you might want to write this down in your diary, about what are the things that you feel could be your energetic leaks. And I'll give you some examples. Stressful relationships are energetic leaks. Bad food is an energetic leak because it requires more energy for us to actually try and get the nutrients out of it than we're getting from it. Stressful work, specific tasks that leave us feeling drained. And you really, to do this, it's about tuning into your body and actually being aware of how you feel during and after activities, during and after food, during and after anything that you do throughout the day that might be having an impact on your energy levels. And you know those activities that leave you feeling energized. For example, for me, doing yoga, going for a walk, being out in nature, they all kind of top up my energy bank account. But writing emails over a certain number of hours, too much screen time, dealing with stressful relationships, ruminating on negative thoughts, they're all things that leave me feeling energetically drained. So just have a little bit of a think about what makes you feel really expansive and energized after you've done it, and what do you kind of intrinsically know at your core are things that are leaving you feeling a little bit depleted. And we're going to go more into the specific detail around some of these over the next couple of days, but for now I just want you to get a sense of how much you're taking out, how many hours you're spending taking out energy and leaving you feeling depleted, and how often you're actually making time to put things back in, to put energy back into the bank account. So have a think about that, and you might want to write that down in your diary as well. Now, for me, when I was going through some pretty severe chronic fatigue, one of the things I did very early on was create a kind of map to what activities were going to help me to feel energized and what weren't. And I came up with a worksheet that I've attached in today's email as well that might help you to actually list down all the things that you're doing that make you feel energized and all the things that you're doing that make you feel depleted, and to see where your energy bank account is at. I can tell you that if you're feeling fatigued physically, then the energy bank account, and constantly, kind of chronically over periods of days and weeks, your energy bank account does need some topping up. And we're going to really get to the heart of what you need to do to top yours up in the next couple of days. So your task for today is to identify your specific energy leaks, to use the worksheet to think about the activities that you're doing that will leave you feeling energetically depleted. And tomorrow we're going to get right into the physical fuels in terms of what is happening in the body, and then we're going to go through the mind, and we're going to go through the soul over the next couple of days. So have a think about it. What are your energetic leaks? If you join the conversation on Facebook, I'll put some examples there around what are some energetic leaks that I see in clients. So share on Facebook, facebook.com/beyondbeingwell. Reply to this email if you get stuck, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good luck. Bye.